When Ymir dies in attack on Titan, her power is split among her three daughters Maria, Rose, and Sina. With there being 9 Titans in the time of Eren Yeager and 3 daughters at the time of Ymir, it is safe to say that the 9 Titan shifters were split equally amongst the daughters, causing there to be a combination of 3 Titan shifters with 3 Titan shifter combinations. The one we will focus on this video is the defensive Titan. Now, in order to know which 3 Titans form the defensive Titan, we would need to divide 3 Titans into categories that align with each other. Starting with the Colossal Titan, we notice its immense size and strength as well as defensive capabilities with steam. However, when first looking at it, there is something clearly missing: its skin. When you ask yourself which Titan has the protective skin it lacks, the one that stands out is the Armored Titan. The Armored Titan's defensive skin and armor is what is missing from the Colossal Titan and what corresponded to it as the second Titan combination. Further narrowing it down, we see an attack on Titan, the giant walls that hold the people in. And while we do know that some of them were a result of the hardening of normal people into Colossal Titans, we can also theorize that a Colossal Armor Titan shifter was also responsible for helping build these walls. And to do this is most likely utilized the final and third shifter, the Warhammer. Together, they most probably formed the defensive Titan. The defensive Titan was probably a giant tank that focused on mostly as a Titan that would be used for giant constructions like the wall, but also held giant defending power. Especially at the time, there were no nations that could rival its power. This Titan would probably have had the lean build of the Colossal Titan, but also the hardening color scheme of the Warhammer Titan, with the Armored Titan's armor covering its vulnerable and exposed areas. As for its defensive nature, no nation, and probably most Titans would not be able to hurt it, as its steam defensive capabilities would prevent most Titans from reaching it, and accompanied by its sheer size, it would pose a dangerous threat throw in the Armored Titan's defensive armor and the Warhammer's ability to create shields and walls between it and its enemies. This Titan would have been a defensive monster. As for its combating skills, again, its mass would probably allow it to just step on any threats, as well as the Colossal's nuclear transformation that would blow anything to dust. And with its ability to drop armor plates like the Armored Titan, it could just crush any victims below it. And once again, throw in the Warhammer's powerful construct powers, and it could summon a huge battle hammer that would crush any threats. The weaknesses of this Titan would be its immense amount of energy it would require to transform into its huge size and to utilize its Warhammer powers. This Titan would probably only be able to use its powers at most once a day and have further trouble generating large constructs. Another weakness would be how slow it would be because of its large size, and accompanied by the weight of its armor as well as wielding large weapons. It may be slow enough to the point to grant the enemy an opening to pierce its nape with anti-Titan artillery. However, due to the under-advanced world at the time, this Titan most likely struck fear into all of its enemies and no one could dare to stand up to it, which is what probably allowed Eldians to reign for so long and conquer so many other nations. This Titan would have to be wielded by a strong-minded individual who had a defensive and strategic mindset that allowed them to stay protected at all times. Now the question is, how would this Titan fare against the original 9 Titans? Starting with the Cart Titan, this Titan might actually pose a threat to the defensive Titan if it gets close enough or catches it off guard. The defensive Titan's weakness is its slow speed, which the cart could attempt to exploit through its sheer speed and try to scale the defensive Titan and bite its nape. But overall, this probably would not work as the defensive Titan's armor would probably prevent it. As well, its Warhammer abilities would probably just impale the Cart Titan if it attempted to scale it. Combined with its steam abilities, the Cart Titan would probably lose immediately in most cases. The Jaw Titan would also pose a threat as a result of its dangerous biting capabilities, but would probably get impaled the same way as the cart before it could even reach the defensive Titan. The female Titan would be no match for its size, and would not have anything going for it as the defensive Titan would put an end to it very quickly. Eren's attack Titan would also further get immediately destroyed, as we saw with no defense. How Eren's Titan was obliterated by the Colossal. Taking into account that this Titan is a combination of the 3 other Titans, we can exclude them from the competition, as they would also lose as a result of less abilities. The Beast Titan would pose a dangerous threat, especially from a distance where the defensive Titan would slowly move to it and its Warhammer capabilities would not reach that far in terms of a melee attack, and the beast would bombard it with boulder shrapnel. However, the shrapnel would probably just bounce off of the defensive Titan, and it would shred the beast with a crossbow construct utilizing the Warhammer's abilities. This leaves the founding Titan, which if utilized by the right person could be the only threat to the defensive Titan, but if it is too late in making an action towards the defensive Titan, it would probably be annihilated within seconds at the hands of the defensive Titan's Warhammer capabilities. All in all, the defensive Titan is an absolute tank and beast of a Titan that would decimate most Titans in the Eren Yeager era at once. The combination of its defensive capabilities stemming from the Warhammer and Colossal Titan, accompanied with its striking capabilities from the colossal size and Warhammer, make it a beyond formidable opponent. Join us in the next episode when we look at the next Titan shifter and its 3 Titans that were combined in the past, and decide whether it would beat the defensive Titan. As always, if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe so we can bring you more videos like this one.